And now I have a D lab number 6, Mr. Adam Smith. No, Adam Bowling. You there?
Yes, sir.
You
I'm right here.
Yeah, just you upload this lab, but only one test. But I will run to show you so you can see and then
Really?
rework and upload it again. Okay.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, I will run it. But you in this lab we have only test number 1, I think.
I thought that was just the short way to get it to pass.
But you upload it, so I when I check it this afternoon and see, why it's only one test, and now you know that, right? So I don't have to run it.
Okay, I will immediately. I'll upload it before class is over, and
Okay,
you'll have it again.
so when you upload again, you put in the title it's update. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So now I'm going to run lab number 7. The lab 7. That is the lab number 7. And here I have 2 more, the lab number 7, but they all failed. Mr. Adam Paulding.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
The
it's
same
your
problem?
lab problem syntax. Okay. And then also, let me see, you have a syntax, and also you missing is a loading and clear test on the top beginning before the loop. That is your lab upload. So it's a failed syntax. And when I check the program, I see you have only counting up and counting down without a load test and preset test or clear test. Okay, so
So
review your lab and upload again.
when you have finished with this, if I can share my screen, I just checked my DLab 6 that I have saved, and I have all of the tests on there, so I'm not sure why it didn't make it through on your end.
Okay, now let me show you what I have on your DLab 6.
You told me it's just test 1, right?
Just only one test.
So,
And you see my
and that came from my
notebook.
my
Yeah.
Excel file, right? Should I upload the same Excel file a second time and try it again? Because all of everything is there on my end right here, and I can show it to you if I share my screen. I just don't, I'm not sure why it's not showing up on your end when I send it.
That is what I have, and then you can upload, and then if we have a time, and then I can come back and then download it and run. But I have many lab on number 5 and number 4 and number 3 to run today. So if we have time, I will upload again and run your lab, new lab. But if not, I will run it next time. Okay.
Okay.
And remember, the lab number 7 also.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Hey, Mr. Pham, if I could
Okay.
ask something real quick.
Okay, sure. Go ahead, Smith.
Yeah, what I wanted to say is I always load mines with the Excel, but also too, it might be a good idea when they upload, send you a notepad with the
No, when I see your upload with the CPP, the C++ program, that is a good one to go with. Okay, I got your upload. It's no problem.
Okay, thank you.
And now I come back to lab number 7. I want to talk to Mr. Chappie, Miri Chappie. Are you there? Your test failed. Okay, so you have to review your lab and upload again. I believe you using the P clock, and it's a wrong position on your lab, so that's why it failed. Okay, so make sure you're using the end clock and then put it before right after you for statement. Okay, that is for Mr. Chaffee, lab number 7. And now I'm going to run lab number 5. Okay, so now this is a new app file upload. I download and check it this afternoon.
Okay, I want to see on the test from test number 1.
Yeah, I see that this lab but Boone have.
Yeah.
You're missing some
Okay,
tests.
you miss test number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. You put a test in here, but you don't put a code in.
Oh.
Okay, so all what you need to do is add in the test 2, 3, 4, 5, and then upload again.
I have everything on my, but I will check again. I will upload again.
Okay, so I will double check that one after the class. Okay,
Thank you.
make sure you put a update on the
Okay.
file upload. Okay.
Okay,
Yes,
I
thank
get
you.
I get a message from Mr. Let's see, Matt D. He said he not upload and it the lab 7.
Who?
How come?
Who? From who?
Matt D. Chaffee.
Matty Chaffee.
Yeah.
I have a lab at his lab at number 7 here, and this is lab number 7 of the Matty Chaffee. Lab number 7, and the version date is December 20. This one is the 20. Okay, sorry. This is a phone, last phone. Okay. So you can upload, change the test on this one and then upload at the Spring 21. Okay.
Mr. Pham,
Yes.
this is Adam Paulding. I just uploaded the CPP file for both my DLab 6 and DLab 7.
Mr. Adam, right? Adam Paulding, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
I get your message. I will check on that after I finish all the lab here tonight first. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. And here is another D lab number 5. Okay, here is
So
yeah.
you can stop it now.
Okay, thank you. And then next time I will run the D lab 4, D lab 3 new update that I have, but and also lab number 5, number 6, and number 7. It's whoever is Adam Paulding and then Midi Chappie. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Okay, stop there.
Okay.
Okay, so now the thing that we have don't have enough time. Okay. Today I will be going to the next chapter for the C++ that will be talking about the function. Okay. You already know a first introduction. That will be a very, very basic thing. We have to know, and we can have to know how to apply. Basically, it's just like the formula. Like you're using the for loop, you have to open the handout. How can we write a for loop for integer x equals 0, x less than equal 16, and x plus, for example. That's just a formula, okay? A while loop or do loop, anything very basic, we already done. And you understand at this time, 2021, technician is not like 15 years ago. Basically, they require you must be understand on both hardware and also the software. Okay, on the C++, we must using that will be the tool to do your lab. And you understand that very easy. When you get the delete, first thing you have to do until your Excel pass, okay? If they pass, that means all of the data in Excel will be good. And now you coding. When you coding, you can need only what port A, port B, port C, port D, transfer to your program. That's easy. Lab for the electronic, very simple. They repeat it over and over and over. Only different will be changing for the different data. Okay? And today, I want to taking for the function. Okay? And before you learning a function, I will want to go over on the basic, on the structure of the C++ program. Even apply for electronics or anything else the same way, okay? The first part of the structure, okay? That means in that part you can get any include file. That means first thing you have to get that any include file. Like we're using in here, you include the io.h. That's the first thing. The second thing will be decoration. For variable or function. I given you example. You can say integer height, and you can say integer y equal 10. Okay, and also you can void, okay, counting up. And you see open and a close bracket, that will be a function. Okay, that's what they call a function. Decoration or prototype. Okay, anything you want to make a decoration, like you're doing on e-calculation, you can say double R1 equal 10,000 O. That is the variable. Okay, now after that part, then you can get what we call a void man. And you open the brace, and here you must be closed. That's what we say and man. Okay, so the first one, you get the decoration area. Then you have to go to the main program every C++ program must be start with the main program. Okay. And when the main here, you open the bridge. Okay, and you must be closed. Now, if I say in here, I say integer y equal 5. If I print out what the value of y,
Could you repeat the question, Mr. Pham?
if I print it out, I say C out. Okay. And I say y equal y.
You get the result of 5.
Then the answer will be what y equal
5.
5. Okay. In here, you can say y equal 10. And in here, y equal 5. My question is, what is y?
5, the last one, 5.
Yeah. But I want to know, can you tell me what is y?
It's an address,
A location.
location, address.
Yeah, two things. First thing you can say y is a variable,
A verb.
right? That we're talking about the program. However, if you want to talking about the hardware, y is just a location address in the computer. Okay? And when you say y is equal 10 and y equal 5, and when they print it out, output will be 5. Now, why? What happened?
Because you are writing 2 times a value on that address, but the last one is the valid one, is the permanent one.
Okay, now you can see why we define up here. Okay, that's what they call a global.
And the 5 is the local.
Perfect. Okay, and the 5 in here, they will call local. Try to see what the difference. Okay, y equal 10 global. That means in any program inside, the value y will be equal 10. Okay? However, when you define the same y equal 5, so that will be a local. How do we know that a local?
Because it's within the function.
Have to be a more clear. Because they will be inside the
The brackets.
bracket, open bracket, and the close. Okay? So basically, two different locations different. Y address different. Y here address different. Okay? However, inside the block of code, then they prefer to the Y with the local. They not take that one. Okay? Now, that means you understand that. And after the end man, and now we call this the area for function
Definition.
definition. Okay, now, first thing you say in your declaration here, void function here, that is the name of the function. And when the compiler see the prototype That means they go looking into the what we call function definition. What you doing with your function. So you must get in here void, okay, counting up. Okay, then you must be open the brace. Whatever you're doing here, finally, you must be closed. So you okay. If they see in a declaration and you don't have a definition, then you get a message right away, error. And now you can get a more function and have to be following the same rules. You get 13 declaration of prototype. Then you must be get function definition. What you doing? You can inside you can say for integer j equal whatever. That means whatever you're doing for your function. That's what they call a definition. Okay? Any program in C++ have to be following this way. Any question?
Mr. Pham, can't you write the same program more than one way? By which I mean, can't you also basically write out the subsequent functions that you're calling within each function in the function itself and not write a separate declaration and then separate definition? You can also include it within each function, all of the sub functions that it calls. Am I wrong about that?
Yeah, you have to make sure you get a function, you have to get a prototype.
Okay.
Then you have to get a definition.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Now,
The prototype is the declaration.
what?
No, I think he said definition.
I know. Oh, no. The prototype is the declaration, right?
Yes.
Right. Right here.
Right.
And this is the definition must be n of after n of the main function.
Mr. Pham,
Yeah.
when you're calling of something, what is another explanation for calling?
Calling the function, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's how we go. Okay. Okay, so now we go with the function. Okay, first thing what the function is, and is part R, okay? And how to declare and define the function, how to pass parameters into the function, how to return a value from a function. See, I can make it bigger. Only thing what I want you to do, make sure you keep reading, okay, over and over. That will be help. Okay, now what a function? A function is a sub-program that can act on data and return a value. Normally, any software, they try to divide each part of the program into a function. They not try to write everything into the main program, okay? Every C++ program has at least one function. That is the main function you already saw it. Main is it go automatically when the program start. Main may be called other function, some of which may call still the others. Each function has its own name, and when that name is encountered, the execution of the program branch to the body of that function. That means when you call that function, so software, they will be run into the definition of that function to do things. When the function return, execution resume on the next line of the calling function. Well-designed function perform specific and easily understood tasks. Complicated tasks should be broken down into multiple functions, and then it can be called in turn. And a function come into two ways. First thing will be user-defined, and the next will be built-in. That's a part of the compiler. User-defined, that means you wrote your function. Like you say, this is a counting up function, counting down function, or whatever. You do it. That's a user-defined. And the built-in that Microsoft doing for you. Okay? If you want to doing calculation on the math, then you need to include the math function from Microsoft. They will help you to solving the math problem. Okay? Any question? Now, declaring and a defined function.
Mr. Fan, I have a question.
Yeah.
The idea to have a SUF program is to speed, is for speed purposes.
You mean, what do you mean? Two program.
Yeah, two programs instead of only one, and one call the second program.
Yeah, that's okay. You can create the function. Okay?
Yes, but my question.
From this program, you cannot call the whole program. You only call a function. You said the left one, the left two, you get the left two, you call the left one. No.
But my question is, I have seen people used to divide the code in different parts, in different sub-programs, and people call one program from the main program. So the idea there is to make things faster, to increase the speed of the code.
I understand what you mean. You can get your function, okay? The left one, put it in one. Okay? Function
Okay.
one, the left one. Next one, the left two. So you can run any. There's only one program you can get done for the left one. Okay? And you put it into a function the left one. And you the left two. Then you get function the left two. So they can keep call on H1 to run.
Oh, and all of the code within each one will be called by just calling DLab 1 or DLab 2?
Yeah,
Okay.
that means after you done the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now you want to put into one program. And on that program, already telling the people you want to run what the lab. One will be run the lab 1, 2 run lab 2, and so on. Okay? That's no problem. Is it answer your question?
Yeah, yeah, I guess.
But the thing is, each program for the lab, for example, separately. You cannot put it everything inside one program. You better make it name for function the lab 1. So when you call that function, they go into the lab 1 they run.
Mr. Pham, can I jump in?
Yeah,
Okay, so at the very top of the program, you can say like void DLab and then open and close parentheses and semicolon, and then that would declare DLab 1. Then at the bottom, you could do like function definition, and then in the middle, in the main, you could call it. Is that right?
right.
So, and you could do that. You could take all your DLabs and put them on one C++ program.
Okay.
You using functions.
Right.
Okay, thanks.
Yes. Anything else? Okay, now. Using a function in the program requires declare the function, define the function. That's what I already told you. You must get the prototype telling compiler you get a function. Then also you get a definition telling compiler what your function doing. Okay? The declaration tell the compiler. Now, what they tell compiler? Return type, the name, and the parameters of the function. Okay? The definition tells the compiler how the function works. No function can be called from any other function that hasn't first been declared. The declaration of a function we call prototype. There are two ways to declare a function. Okay, now write your prototype into a file. Then use the include directory to include it into your program. Write the prototype into the file in which your function is used. Normally, we're working right now and write the prototype into the file in which your function is used. Okay? And now, another way they say write your prototype into a file and then use the include directory to include it into your program. You can see what the difference. Basically, your prototype, okay, you can just say integer count up, okay, and whatever else, but not the definition. You can do the same on one program. However, they say you can write that prototype separately. Later on, you must be using include to include your program you run it. I can tell you why they want that way. That means sometimes they get the one function using for different way. And they don't want to get the prototype over and over. So that's why they put only one, then include it. And inside your program, you only need to adding function definition. That is why they want to make you, but will not apply for the lab program. The thing is we deal with the hardware, okay? We don't pay much about different way in order to write your program. That means not go too much detail on the software. Function prototype. The function prototype is a statement which means it ends with semicolon. It consists of the function is return type, name, parameter, type, parameter, name. I given you the example. Okay, now I given you example. I say integer. Okay, area. Open the brace. Okay, integer height. Integer y. And they must end with semicolon. So now, what happened here is they say return type. Return type indeed is integer type. The name of your function area. Okay, then the parameter and the parameter type. You get two variable type integer. So you have to say integer x, integer y. Okay, now another way you can do this one. Area, and you say integer. Okay, they working the same. What the difference? If you say on the two function prototype, what the difference here? The first one, you get the variable name, x and y. The second thing, you don't have the name of the variable. Okay? However, they still be good. However, normally the people prefer the first one better than the second one. The first one make more clear, okay, than the second. Okay? If you get a question, you need to stop me, okay? Otherwise, I suppose you follow it. Okay, now in here they can give you few example. Unsigned short integer, that means the return type. Unsigned short. The name will be file area. Inside they get you parameter and parameter name, type and the name, integer length and integer width. Function prototype does not need to contain the name, okay, in the parameter of the parameter. You see the second one, They don't have a name length and the width. That'd be fine. However, they say they prefer the first one. Make it more clear, okay, when you read it. Each parameter type must be separate by comma. Adding parameter name make your prototype clear, okay? That's what they explain to you. If you add the name on your variable, make it more clear. Note that all the functions have a return type, okay? If none, explicitly state the return type default to integer, okay? So that only telling you, okay? If I say that one, okay, cubic, Q, okay, open, close. I know this will be a function. However, on that one, they don't have any parameter. That's okay. But you see, they don't have any type here. Where the type, okay? When you don't put the type, whatever type, integer, double, floating, or whatever type, okay? Then automatically they give it to you integer. That's what they said right here, okay? If none, okay, then they give automatically integer. Okay, definition of function, let's see. Function header or decorator. Then the function body, we already said function definition. The header is exactly the function prototype, except that the parameter must be named. There is no terminating semicolon. Okay, the body of the function is a set of statements and close in the brace, open and close. If a function returns a value, it should end it with a return statement. Okay, now we'll try to see. Okay, I will be doing only one here. Integer file area. And you can say integer I, integer Y. So you know this is a function decoration or function prototype. Okay, prototype. Then now you understand somewhere inside you have to get the function definition. And I just follow exactly what they said in here. Okay, I say function definition. Okay, copy exactly. Integer. Okay, file area. Okay, and you open, you can say integer, okay, A, integer B. Okay, but no semicolon. Then you can open the brace. Whatever we do here, we must be later on, must be closed. Okay, now, see what we want to do in here.
Mr. Pham, real quick question.
Go ahead.
Go back to your white screen. Yeah. Well, you got integer. Does it make any difference? In other words, you said find area. Should there be a space between the D and the A? And then for the integer, where it's got integer A, should there be a space there?
You mean in
Right.
function?
Yeah, FIND space.
No. If you space, you have to space up here.
Okay, so you deliberately wanted it that way.
Right. They must be identical.
Okay, and then down the bottom where you got the integer INT and the A, should there be a space or just leave it like that?
A. Yeah. They must be integer A, integer B.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, I was just wondering because I know it's C++ have what they call white space, but I was just wanting to know.
Yeah. You can put an integer, couple space in here, doesn't matter.
But you couldn't have the A next to the T.
Right. But it not grow. Not this way.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You see what they telling you in this one. The line, the first line here, what that line name? Let's see, what the last this line name? Okay, let's see, return body function statement and grow. Okay, function return a value. Statement can be function does not. Okay, let's
Or a declarator.
Decorator. Okay, now inside that one, I can say integer G equal, okay, A time B. Okay, that's the only thing we want to do. Then the thing is right now you say return type integer here. So even you not return anything, you must get the statement return. Then you can say return. What I want here is return Z. Okay? So when you call this function, okay, they will be return the value. I can give you example here. Now, inside the void main, okay, we already got the void main here, okay? I check that out. I can say integer, okay, A equal 5, okay, and integer B equal 10, okay. Then now I can say integer, okay, area equal, okay, 5 area, and I put A, B. That's what they call a function call. Okay. Now, up here, I can say see out. That means I want to display, okay? Area equal. Okay, area. Okay, that is a completely for the function call. Okay, now see what happened. First thing, you get the, I try to delete that one. You get a function prototype and you get a function definition. Okay, so in the main here, you get variable a equal 5, b equal 10. They take that two value, pass it into the function file area. That means when you say integer area, the program will be jump into this area. And a equal 5, b equal 10. Now g will be equal 5 times 10, and you get 50. And they return g. That means they're going back in here. Okay, they get area equal 50. So that the thing is when they display number 50.
Hey, Mr. Fan, where you write prototype there, it should be integer int a and integer b, right? Not x and y.
Okay, that's what I tried to tell you. Okay, now X here, Y here, you know that will be location, right?
Yep.
Content will be store integer. Okay, that is the location different from A and B here. Okay, A here also another location, and B here another location. You don't have to be X and Y. Okay,
Okay.
if you say integer X here, that's okay. Now you can say X here, that's okay. However, I can tell you one thing, they not the same address. Address on X here, that's a different from X here. Okay, they not the same.
Okay.
Okay, so you can using A, B, anything else, doesn't matter. Okay, and then they store the value 5 into A, address A, 10 into address B. Now, when you call the function here, you passing number 5 to A here, number 10 to B here, and A here, B here also different. Okay.
Okay. And this is because what you explained a few minutes ago, that one is the local and the other is the global.
Yeah, the one different area of the memory.
Okay, thank you.
So when you call this function, okay, you passing A, B here, that they will be copy content into location A and copy to that location A here, not the same address. Okay, so in here, you can put M and N, that be 5. Okay, the thing is they different address. So that only thing is this have to be changed to M and this have to be changed to M. In order to really understand, then you must be understand A here, B here. That's a different location with M here and here. Okay? When you call this function, that means you try to copy the content of location A into M. Copy location B into N. Then they do calculation. Okay?
Okay. got
When
it.
they say return, whatever you get the calculation, 5 times 10, you get 50. They return number 50, okay, into your program. So if you want to bring it out, they bring number 50, okay? And how many people understand when I say integer A, okay, equal AB? What that mean? What area equal?
A times B?
No.
What?
Understanding. Let's see. I try to move that guy. How come this cannot move it out? Okay, here. Okay, that's what I want. Okay, now, when I say integer area equal the function, okay, what that mean? What area equal?
Variable.
When you say integer area equal the function, what area will be equal?
Area is just a variable. It's the output of that function.
No, it's not quite. Who knows? When you say area equal that function, then what that mean? Area equal what?
Integer.
Okay, now that means area equal whatever return from the function. That's what you must be understand. When you put a variable equal the function, that means they will be equal whatever will be returned from the function. Right here, they have to be returned. And that return will go to the area. Okay? So make sure you get a function prototype and a function definition have to be the same. Okay? However, in the function definition, you have a no semicolon here, and you must be close and open the brace. Okay? Inside your function, you do whatever, we don't care. However, if you say type return integer, you must be return statement. Okay? Even you not return. Okay, now, if you don't want to return anything, then they using the type will be void. Okay? Void. For example, void main. So now for this one, you say main will be type return void, no return. Then you don't have to type in return. If
On the
you type,
previous one,
you get error. Yeah,
on the previous one, since you were using integer at the top, did you write integer main?
yeah, void main.
Yeah, but you said you had a return for the other one before you start talking about void main. So
Okay,
shouldn't,
so that
shouldn't you,
means inside the void you must be returned.
no, Mr. Pham. The question I'm asking is, okay, now you're talking about void main, but I'm saying prior to that, you were talking about integers.
Okay.
So I'm saying, shouldn't you have used the integer main?
Right, that one, right?
Yeah, you should have used that if you're talking about returns.
Okay, if you say integer main, finally, you do everything you want. However, the last line must be return.
So what I'm asking is, before you started all that other stuff, that should have been up top, correct?
Right.
Okay, and then my other question is, when you're doing the prototype and the function definition, both of those have to be outside of the main. Is that correct?
For sure.
Okay, so can you, I know the function definition, you can write that at the bottom. Can you, the function prototype, you can also write that at either the bottom or the top, long as it's outside the main?
Outside the main will be okay.
And it doesn't make any difference if it's at the top or bottom?
Yeah, I believe so. You can try. Okay?
All right.
If I say integer main, then you can do whatever inside your main program. But you say integer, then you must be returned. Even you in the main program, you have nothing to return. You must be saying return 0. Okay? If you don't want to type return 0, then you're using the void main, no return. Okay? And now, if you say main only, then I understand the type of return will be integer. Then you must be get return 0. Okay? Let's say everything I already summarize what you need. Okay? If you more careful reading, and that will be no problem. Okay? If a function does not return a value, its return type will be void. Okay? You don't want to return anything. I can give you an example, very simple. When you go into your ATM, you want to looking for your balance in your account. So you can select, the view. When you get a view, they display how much money you get, for example. So basically that type of no return. The thing is they don't want to return anything. They just display whatever you want to see. However, if you get a function for deposit, now they need to return. Okay? The thing is in the deposit function, they can ask you how much you want to deposit. You see that? You say $100. So they have to take that $100 return into your account. So now you understand is return or not return. Okay? A function can take any number of parameters or no parameter at all. Okay? Sometimes they get parameter, sometimes they don't. Function can be written to return a value, but it's not mandatory that a function return a value. If a function has a return type of void, it cannot return a value. Function can take any number of parameter, but can return only one value. Okay? Variable can be passed to the function by value, by pointer, or by the reference. Right now, we're doing a passing by value. Okay? When you get a function, okay, you passing value A equal 5, B equal 10 to the function. That's passing a value. Okay? And now, if you passing a value, so if inside the function definition, you change the value, okay, in here, they not change in here, okay? The thing is why they different address, different location. A, B is quite different from M and N. You change whatever here, they cannot change from here. Okay, so now sometimes you want to say, I want to the function when I change in the function. Okay, then they will be also changed in the main in here. Then that's not passed by a value. What they passing? Who knows? If I say whatever I change the value variable in the function, automatically they change in here. Right now we cannot. But if we want it, how? If you don't know, I am telling you. In this case, instead pass by number 5 and 10. Now they pass by address. Address A and address B will be passed into the function here. So that's why inside the function you change whatever here, they will be changed in here. That's why they can say variable can be passed by value. That's what we're doing. If you want pass by address, you pass by pointer or you pass by reference. That means they get another two chapter, the pointer and a reference. Okay? But we not go into detail of the software. Okay? I want to take the software, but we don't have enough time. And then in here, if you're looking into that, okay, they just give it to you an example, like we already explained to you, in your area, two parameter, okay, name LW. And in here, they say length 0, width equal 9, length equal 9, width equal 4. And you get an integer x equal area. That means they call the function area. That means they jump into the function definition. Okay? X equal area mean what? Mean x will be equal whatever return from this function. Okay? First thing they pass number 9 into location L. Number 4 into location W. And G will be equal L times W. You get 36. And they bring up number 36. Go back to your program. X equal 36. So when they bring it out, you understand they bring it out 36. Okay? Now I want to ask you what the name for this here. What the name for this one?
There is a character.
No,
You're using the
String.
that string
String
constant.
constant, string constant.
That's what I said. You have to read it. Okay.
It's called a string constant because
Right.
it's got the quotes on both sides.
Exactly. That is introduction chapter. String constant. That is the first thing. Second thing. What happened for string constant? If you read it, they're telling you string constant, that means when you run the program, whatever inside, they print it out. You cannot change anything inside this string constant. Okay. That is what the name on that operation.
That's a directive saying whether to go right or left. In this case, it's going to the left.
What is the name? Why I can remember, so I cannot.
Something, I know it's something directive.
Uh-huh. I want to know the name.
And I can't remember right now.
Ah, that's what they call an insertion.
Oh,
operator.
insertion, yeah, insertion operator, that's right.
Insertion operator. Okay,
And then it can also go the other way too, right?
yeah. That's what the name. You now tell me the name. Ah,
Okay.
that's the instruction operator.
But it goes left and right, correct?
Right. On that one, insertion operator, that means they will display the value of I. I here is a variable. Okay. Then the insertion, what that means for this line here.
That means that means the end in the line.
Right. That means when they bring I, then they go to the next line. End line, right?
Right. Hey,
That's
Mr.
what I
Pham,
You. Every time I asking you anything here, you can answer me. That means I think you really study.
Mr. Pham, one question.
Yeah.
On these integers and whatnot, in C++, we try to stay consistent. So I guess what I'm asking, like, is the integer, like on the previous examples, you wrote some of them in capitals. Do we normally write them in small letters, like integer, which is like the type, and then say integer L, integer W?
Yeah, I know. But the thing in here, it's easy for me to type in on the notepad. I don't care about, couple upper and lower.
But but what you have on the screen is the correct size and the way we should type it. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay, thank you.
The thing you understand is in C++, uppercase, lowercase, quite complete and different. Okay?
Yeah, that's what I was after.
Okay, local variable. You reading and you can get through it. Local variable that are declared within the body of the function. Local variable exist only locally within the function itself. That means when you set m equal 5, n equal 15, they valid only inside that function. When the function returns the local variable and no longer variable, when they get out that function, they no longer, okay, to get the value. The parameter passed into the function also consider local variable and can be used exactly as if they had been defined within the body of the function. Variable declared within the function are said to have local scope. That means they are visible and immutable. only within the function which they are defined. Global variable that are defined outside any function have a global scope and thus are available from any function in the program, including in the main program. Local variable with the same name as a global variable do not change the global variable since they different location in the memory. If a function has a variable with the same name as a global variable, the name refers to a local variable, not the global, when you within the function. That's what I just bring it up before. Okay, global variable, a word of caution. In the C++, global variable are legal, but they are almost never used. Global variables are dangerous because they are shared data, and one function can change a global variable in a way that is invisible to another function. Can you understand that? Now, in the project, not one engineer do it. Get few different engineers, okay? One doing one thing, the other do the other thing, okay? And they will be combined into the project. So that's why they say, don't want to using global. The thing in a global, and they can be changed into the other engineer program, and you never know. So that's why they don't want that. They don't only want to using the local. So they know what they're doing. Okay. That's why they try to explain here. Okay.
Global is like having a needle in a haystack. In other words, it's a lot of stuff going on and it's hard to find stuff, correct?
Right.
And whereas local, you'll be able to find things easier.
Right. The thing is that inside your area, under your control. If you have a function double, triple, square, and cube, okay, can you tell me what the type of the name function double? Right here, they don't say the type. If they not say any different the type, automatically they will give you integer. Okay? And also this function have a no parameter. Okay? And a next triple, same thing. Square, cube. Okay? Each of which return a value. The thing is, they can be integer double, or float double, or double double. Okay? You could write answer here. Now, try to understand when I say enter here equal function. What they equal? Answer here equal function. What they equal?
The return of whatever the integers are?
Perfect. Whatever, they will be get the return to the answer. Now, we'll see how they working. Okay. So the first thing is you get the function double. Okay. And then you get the function triple. Then you get the square cube. Now, the parameter here. my value. Okay, so the thing is the first one, Q will be like X times Y times Z. And after that, they get the return of the function Q. They pass to the function square and take the square of that value. Okay, and after square, they get a return. They pass that to the function triple. Okay, and after triple, they get the return pass into the double. And finally, they pass to answer. That's how they work. Okay, this statement take a variable my value right here and pass as an argument to the function Q was return value. A pass as an argument to a function square and keep going. Okay, like I already explained to you. Finally, the return type to be passed to the answer. Okay. Return value. Return 5. That means the return number 5. Return I greater than 5. What they return? If you say return I greater than 5, what they supposed to be returned for you? Who can tell me? I can tell you right here. I say,
Zero?
no, y equal, okay, return I greater than 5. Man. Okay, let's see. I say, why? How come they on this side?
Maybe insertion operator.
You mean insertion? I not quite understand why they moving to the right. The thing I'm not using much of the,
Remember what you told us earlier about those arrows, and we were talking about, you were asking us what they mean. And I said that there's one that go to the left and one that go to the right, and looked like it shifted everything to the right.
right, look like it shift everything to the right. Okay, so anyway, let's see. I can say integer See that? They shift to the right. Oh no, tell me. I'm not really good on that notepad. I have to need the time to play with that. View, no. Dotted line, no. See? Okay. So
So that'll be your homework assignment, Mr. Pham, to figure out the insertion of.
that means you help me. Okay. So don't care about that thing. Okay. Now when you start it, okay, and basically they can write in the y. See? Equal, I screw up something. Okay. Return I greater than 5. Can you tell me? Ha! They still go to here. Okay, some wrong with the in here. Okay, so basically what they return. What the value, what do they return? If I say return I greater than 5.
Anything like 6, 7, 8, 9?
No. When you say they say return I greater than 5, that means that will be a logic.
Oh, okay.
That means you understand in the binary, you get 1 and 0 only, true or false. So if you get the I number equal 10, they return to you number 1. Logic 1. That's true. If I equal number 2, then they return for you y equal 0. Okay? That means logic 0. So basically,
If X is greater than 5,
right,
and you said 5 is the same as 1,
right.
then
That's
and-
logic. If they greater than 5, they return 1.
1,
If they not greater than 5,
they return 0.
0, 4. Okay? And also in here, they tell you return my function. What that mean? That means whatever from my function get will be returned. The 4 parameter. Okay? In here, you can read on that. Now, overloading function. You know, when my company forcing me to learning C++, if I'm not get through it, they lay me off. So they send me to the school. A lot of money, $1,500 for 1 week. But I really not understand at all. When they're talking about overloading function, I don't know what that means. Okay, now I'm telling you, C++ enable, you could create more than 1 function with the same name. This is called function overloading. And the function must differ in the parameter lead with the different type of parameter. Okay, now you can get 4 functions. That's what the same name overload. The first one, they return integer. Okay? 1 parameter integer. The second one, same name double, but return type long. Okay? And 1 parameter. Next will be the same name double. Return float. Okay? 2 parameter. and the last one will be double. Name double, return double. Okay. Now see what they mean. Function must differ in their parameter list. That means they have to be different inside the parameter. The first one integer, next one float, next one float, okay? And with a different type of parameter, okay? Now why? The thing that you understand in company, the payment, they're using only one function payment. However, that payment can be using for engineer, for technician, for assembly, for part-time or full-time. That normally they using overloading function. Okay? When they reading one function payment, they know they will be using your payment for the employee. The return time of overloading function can be the same or the different. That means the return time integer, long, float, double, then can be the same but different. But the parameter must be different. Okay? Parameter, they must be different. Otherwise, they cannot be an overloading function. Function overloading, you also call a function polymorphic. Poly mean many, most means form of polymorphic function in many form. Okay, inline function. L for small size of the function. Increase the program speed. Increase size of the program. Function declare with the keyword inline. That means when you get a function do very simple thing, you can get the function inline. Okay, then you don't have to separate the definition of your function. The thing that you create the function prototype, then you get right away the definition. Okay,
And that's all within the main body, correct?
before the main.
Oh, before the main.
Yeah, in the decoration area.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that means you get a function, you get few lines, so you don't have to get the separate function definition. You can do it right away. That they call online, inline. Okay. And yet, any question? Try to keep reading over and over and over. Okay, that helps a lot for you guys to go to work or for the student want to go to the college and go to the university. Okay, I believe that's a very, very good enough basic for your guy in order to understand when you try to learn software. Okay, try to do the lab maximum for me. I really want on the technician you can get to the lab. First thing again, you must get the Excel part. After you get the Excel part, you cannot get to your project. Take you me, I work with you. Okay, to help you start. On the lab will be the same way. Different hardware. Okay, any question? Otherwise, will be stop it. Okay?
Good night, Mr. Pham.
Mr.
Yeah,
Pham,
good night.
Mr. Pham,
Tomorrow.
Mr. Pham,
Yes, sir.
just to help you with that notepad, if you want to open that, I'll show you how to correct that alignment.
Okay, quickly. Few minutes. Notepad. I share that one. Or you share. I can tell. I know.
I share. Okay.
Sorry, I don't.
Well, basically, if you open it on the text, right click it, and then it'll come up left to right or right to left.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Can one of you guys share that so we all can learn?
Yeah, that's what we need to learn. I'm not know everything.
One of you guys share screen.
Yeah, whoever wants to share, you can quickly share to help. You know, we try to help each other.
Hey, Mike, maybe you can do it.
I have to log in again if I have to do that from my other computer.
Oh,
Yeah, if you right click on that, just right click, and then left to right or right to left reading.
okay. Perfect.
Okay.
All right, okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for the insertion operator, Mike.
All right. Good night.
Good.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.